My ex-husband live-streamed my labor and sold the footage to a birthing channel. Now he demands shared custody. When I was giving birth to our daughter, my husband Kevin filmed everything against my explicit wishes. Not just filmed it, he live-streamed it to his YouTube channel where he had 3,000 subscribers from his gaming videos. I was screaming at him to stop while in active labor. The nurses tried to make him put the camera away. He told them he was documenting the miracle of life. When security finally removed him, he'd already streamed 2 hours. I didn't know until after delivery that he'd also sold the footage to a birthing education channel for $5,000. They posted it without blurring my face. My coworkers saw it, my father saw it, my teenage cousins saw it. Complete strangers watched the most vulnerable moment of my life. I filed for divorce the day I got home from the hospital. Kevin thought I was overreacting, said I should be proud of helping educate people about natural birth. His mother called me selfish for keeping her son from witnessing his child's birth properly. She actually said I ruined his experience by making such a fuss about the camera. I took my daughter Lily and moved back with my parents. Kevin didn't even fight for custody. He was too busy growing his new birth video channel, started filming other deliveries, interviewing midwives, selling courses on optimal birth positions, never paid a cent of child support, just disappeared into his new career. I rebuilt everything alone, went back to work as a financial analyst, got promoted to senior analyst, then manager, then director. By the time Lily was 5, I was making $180,000 a year, bought us a 3-bedroom house in a good school district. Lily thrived. She was in gymnastics, piano, doing great in kindergarten. Kevin never visited, never called on birthdays, never sent Christmas presents. I heard from mutual friends he was living in California, running his birth education empire, had 100,000 subscribers, sold merchandise, ran expensive workshops for expecting fathers about being present during delivery. The irony was sickening. Then 2 weeks ago, he called out of nowhere. His business was expanding internationally. He needed content showing he was a family man. Investors specifically wanted to see he had real parenting experience, not just birth videos. He wanted Lily for his new series about conscious fatherhood. I laughed and hung up. He called back immediately, said he'd thought about it and realized he wanted to be in Lily's life. Not because of the show, of course, but the timing was perfect. He'd already planned the first season, teaching her meditation, documenting her emotional development, showing how divorced dads could still be present. He'd pay me $1,000 per episode, like I needed his money. The calls got more frequent. He'd already told investors about his daughter, posted old photos from the delivery room on his channel, announced a special series coming soon. His followers were excited to meet the baby from his most famous birth video. That baby was now 6 and had no idea who he was. He started threatening legal action, said fathers had rights, sent me paperwork about custody arrangements, claimed I'd kept him from his child when he'd never once tried to see her. His lawyer sent letters saying Kevin had been building his career to provide for Lily, that everything he'd done was for her future. I'd had enough. I called my cousin Joel, who's a family court attorney, asked him to come with me to meet Kevin. Didn't tell Kevin that Joel was a lawyer. We met at a restaurant near Kevin's hotel. He showed up with a camera crew, actually brought his team to film our reunion for content, started talking about fathers' rights and second chances while his crew set up lighting. I stood up and spoke clearly so his cameras would catch everything. You live-streamed my labor against my consent. You sold that footage for $5,000. You haven't seen your daughter in 6 years. You've never paid child support. And now you want to use her for content? Kevin tried to interrupt, but I kept going. She doesn't know you exist. I told her you died. His camera crew looked uncomfortable. One started packing equipment. Kevin went pale. Joel stood up and introduced himself as my attorney, explained that streaming someone's medical procedure without consent was illegal, that selling it was worse, that we had documentation of 6 years of abandonment, that any judge would laugh him out of court. Kevin tried to argue about biological rights. Joel pulled out printed copies of Kevin's own videos where he talked about choosing a career over family, where he said children were financial drains, where he explicitly stated he didn't want custody during the divorce. His own content destroyed his case. The camera crew left. Kevin sat there staring at the papers, finally said this would ruin his brand if it got out. I said that wasn't my problem. We left him there. He tried calling a few more times but stopped when Joel sent a formal cease and desist. Last I heard, his investors pulled out after someone sent them the footage of our restaurant meeting. Don't know who had a copy, don't care.